Dricus Duplessis says Khamzat Chimaev is next for a championship fight with himself. And he was impressed by Chimaev's performance versus Robert Whittaker. It was a good performance. He knew that Khamzat would have the strength advantage and would be stronger than Robert because Dricus fought with Robert and he could feel that he wasn't that strong. But he thought Robert would have the technique advantage. But after that performance, Khamzat should skip Sean Strickland and get the title fight because it's a fan-friendly fight. It's the fight that the fans want to see. And Dricus himself says he's more excited about that fight because he wants to take Khamzat's O, Khamzat's 0, whereas he says he's already beaten Sean Strickland, even if some people think it's a close fight. And Khamzat said, you think you're strong. No, Dricus said to Khamzat, you think you're strong, you think you're powerful, but you ain't felt nothing like me. So no one is stronger than me in the middleweight division, Dricus said. And he does look like a pretty strong man. I mean, he does look stronger than all the other middleweights, so it's very well possible that he might be a tougher challenge than Robert. And I hope he would be because he's the champion. It would be kind of lame for the champion to get dismantled really easily. In other news, the Belal Muhammad Shavkat Rakhmonov fight is off the table. It's cancelled because Belal Muhammad pulled out. We don't know why. I'm guessing it's because of an injury. And it's a shame because I was kind of looking forward to that fight. And I think Belal had a great chance. To me, Belal would have been the favourite, even though I was actually surprised to find that the other makers had Shavkat Rakhmonov as the favourite. To me, Belal was the favourite, and I would have picked him to win against Shavkat. So much for being a really active champion, but I'm sure it's not his fault because Belal was egging for that fight and really seemed like he was genuinely looking forward to it and said it would be an easier fight than Usman, but because people think Usman is washed and over the hill, there'd be no excuses with Shavkat. So I was really looking forward to it. I was really excited about it. So I don't know what fight they're gonna put instead. If Shavkat is gonna still be fighting a different opponent, or if they're gonna just put a totally different fight in a different division or the same division. But I know some people have suggested that it might be Shavkat versus Ian Gary, or Shavkat versus, I don't know. I think JDM is injured, the JDM versus Usman fight hasn't been officially been signed, right? It's just rumored, not rumored, but it's not official yet. So I hope they put a really exciting fight in its place. Jean Silva is the fight I'm most excited about. So if he could come and fight someone in his division, that would be awesome. And as for Ilia Topuria's next opponent, I don't think it should be Volkanovski immediately because I want Volkanovski to look good so that we know that he's not totally over the hill. So Volkanovski said on Instagram that he's back to work. So I don't know if that means he signed the fight with Diego Lopez, but that would be a great fight for him to get a win so that people say, oh, okay, he's still in his prime in the featherweight division, and maybe a second fight with Topuria will be more fun. But other than that, I was going to say I won't be surprised if Conor McGregor fights Topuria, but I will be surprised. But I still think it's possible because Conor said that if he fights in a main event, it doesn't have to be 5 rounds, it can be 3 rounds, so that he knows that he's able to go full power without worrying about 2 extra rounds. So if Conor knows that he has the advantage that the main event can be 3 rounds, and he's not fighting someone, a ground-oriented fighter like Khabib or Islam. He's fighting someone who, because even though Topuria has the wrestling credentials, he usually would want to fight in a striking match and beat his opponent at what they're best at. And so most definitely, Topuria would fight him in a boxing type of fight, and Conor would be down with that, definitely be down with that. So it's not impossible Conor would fight Topuria, but I don't know if Conor will fight again. So who else could Topuria fight? If Sean O'Malley had beaten Merab, that could have been a fight, but he lost. So it's most likely going to be Topuria versus the winner of Diego Lopez versus Volkanovski, since Volk wants to fight sooner than Topuria wants to fight, it seems, since Topuria wants to have a bit of a rest. Like and subscribe.